Well, good morning. I don't know if you can hear me, whether the wind is just blowing this microphone over the top of everything, because we are out this morning. We are still on Iceland. We are in the amazing Isle of Ice. Yesterday we went to the glaciers, to Diamond Beach and stuff like that. This morning we've come to visit amazing and a beautiful, reflective, shiny Vestrahorn. Yeah, scrap that. It is windy, it is bitingly cold, it's blown a hoolie, and there's no reflections, there's no colour in the sunrise this morning. And yeah, this is going to be totally interesting. So I'll check in probably a second time, because I can see the red line on my camera and it's going through the roof, so I know you can't hear me. I'll speak to you soon. Well, hopefully you can hear me with my back to the wind. The wind is now blowing over my shoulder, over my left ear, or my right ear even. But this place is so different. If you thought about coming to this area and you're thinking, I can't walk miles and miles and miles over the dunes and stuff like that, we're stood on the road, on the track that you can drive down if you've got a ticket, that is, and the dunes and the mountains are literally right there in front of you. This is so different to all the photographs and the impression, the imagination that I had. I thought we'd have to walk miles to get to this place, and it was right out in the middle of nowhere where you struggle to go and get, and you're only unique people. But this is seriously so easy. Unbelievable. Right, it is really naff, the weather at the moment. I'm going to try and hide behind a dune just to get at least one photograph with some cloud base, and then we'll see what happens once the light comes up. But this is going to be really difficult to get a good photograph, because it's grey and windy. Oh, well, you can see by having my coat zipped up to my neck that I've got a chill on, and yeah, not ideal. So anyway, the photograph, what have I got? This is my first Vestrahorn shot, really. I've just taken a couple of a dune because I wanted to get one in the bag, just make sure I've got a photograph before anything else happens. But this one, I've got a leading line on the right hand side, so I've got this little stripe of dark sand, and then I've got the bank of grass leading off from the right hand side, so it's coming into the image, and then a little bank of grass on the on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side I've got another little bank of grass which is holding the image together. And then Vestrahorn, the mountain range, whatever it's called, is there right in the middle with this moody cloud above it. Now the difficulty, and the extreme difficulty we've got, is trying to make the grasses look good when it's blowing an absolutely full 10 gale. So I'm going to take different exposures, all with different ISOs, and get faster and faster and faster to try and freeze the motion actually in the grass. Now I might like it with the motion, I might like it without the motion, or I might like it a bit in between. If the wind dies down later on, I'll come back to this spot. But at the moment it's relatively clean. Trying to find somewhere there's no footprints is absolutely impossible. But we'll see what we can do. But enjoy this first one to get going. This is a rarity, isn't it? Look, no filters on the front of my camera. Don't need any filters for this. So we've got another shot set up. This one is a little bit further over to the right to where I was. Morning, hello. A little bit further over to the right to where I was. We've got other photographers just turned up behind my shoulder as well. Now I've got this nice ripple of grasses coming from the bottom left-hand corner, rolling you through, and then you've got Vestrahorn behind it. Very simple, just literally pointing and pressing. We've also got Rossica coming up on the right-hand side. Yeah, I'm going to go slightly wider than what I was going to shoot, because then I've got room to crop, because I think this will end up as a 16:9 and get rid of a bit of the sky, because I don't think we really need it. But yeah, no, another interesting shot. We'll take this, and again we're going to adjust our ISO just to get a few different speeds, just to try and work out which one has got the better motion in the grass. But the further away from the grass I am, the less it shows that it's moving, if that makes sense. But when you're right on top of it, obviously it's all flapping around in front of your face. Now we have got other photographers turn up. They're all creeping forwards on the right hand side now, so this is going to start getting difficult. So as they move forward, I'm going to have to move forward, otherwise I've got a lot of cloning to do. Gosh, this is difficult. This is really hard. What have you done? Have you got one? Yeah. Just remember not to leave your camera, it'll blow over. Yeah, I've got another shot set up. Again, this one's leading. I've got lines coming from the bottom right, bottom left, going up. And now I've moved a lot further forward. I'm trying to get a bit more in front of the cameras, other cameras, without being a nasty person, if that's possible. My ISO, I'm going to settle on. I'm going to settle on about 640. I think I'm going to just sort of keep it on that, and I'm going to start bracketing. And the reason I'm bracketing because I don't want to miss any texture in that sky, and it's going to give me a different chance with these grasses. But I am going to get movement in the grasses. I can't help that. I'm not 100% sure because of the balance of the image. There's a big chunky bit on the left, but I think it's all right. But it's looking very much sparse now, more desert-like and more to looking like the images that I expected it to be. And I'll excuse this volume if it's too loud. Ever so sorry. Oh my God, it's windy and it's cold. But this one's not bad. The other problem I've got as well, I've got sand coming directly across me because I'm sideways onto the wind and the sand's starting to hit me in the face. Sand and cameras do not mix, and not a good combination whatsoever, but it might hide some of the footprints. God, I hope I'm not wasting my time talking to you. I really hope I'm not wasting my time talking to you, because I've moved forward a little bit and it's changed the image altogether. I've got rid of that big chunky bit on the left hand side, and now I've got a bit more sweepy lines and some grasses going off. Very desert looking, but yeah, hopefully you can hear this, because what a shame if I'm talking and you can't. Oh my God. But yeah, I put the two images up next to each other. Literally I've moved, I don't know, I've moved about 6 foot, if that. Just move forward, maybe not even that, 3 foot. Forward a little bit and over to the right. Look at the two differences. What do you prefer, A or B? No, I can't get it, my fingers aren't working, it's a bit cold. So I've got another shot before I'm going to walk down onto the beach. This one's got a very, very clean black bottom to it, and then it's got this strip. So I think this is going to be like a panoramic strip. We're going to try and shoot it as a narrow one, take the sky out and take some of the blackness out the bottom. But yeah, again, a couple of exposures with lots of sky in it and less ground, because I like to keep the horizon off the centre. So we're going to go with that first. One with more sky, less ground, and then I'm going to do the opposite and wind it down, and then have less sky, more ground. And again, I'll put both of these up. Let me know which one you prefer, because it's very I don't know. I'll do 3 images. I'll do 3. I'll put them up quickly for you. One with lots of sky, one with lots of sand, and then maybe one with a panoramic strip. Oh God, it's hard work in this wind. We're heading down the beach now, heading down, see if we can get a little bit of reflection and some black sand, see if we can get any of that to work. I'm going to try and get a little bit of something, not holding up much hope, but yeah, a little bit of whitewash, maybe a leading line, some clean black sand, we'll see. Okay, so like yesterday, we're playing with fire. Well, we're not playing with fire, we're playing with water. We're standing near the edge of the sea, and the sea's rolling in nice and gently. Can't go much closer because I can't fit you in the lens. I need to try and keep the Vestrahorn mountain range in, but if you see down here where Steve is now, the water just creeps in underneath your feet, and then as it goes back out again, it leaves these little white stripes and lines in the sand, and those little white stripes and those little lines are actually helping the image be more than just a big block of you know, emptiness down here. So yeah, it seems to be working. You just need to be risking getting your boots a bit wetter than normal, which is no different to yesterday, considering I was in the water 6 inches. So yeah, let's just wait for one to roll in. Here comes a big one coming in now. Have a look. Oh, wet feet. Very wet feet. But we're getting those stripes and then lines. That's the important bit. We're heading up towards the mountain and the village. I think as much as it's nice being here, these conditions are not going to change anytime soon. So walk up, we'll have a look a little bit closer. Steve and Stuart have gone up in front. Well, just a bit of a scout if nothing else, to see what's here. If I ever make it here again, cool. If I ever make it here again, then yeah, at least I know how the land of the lie, how the lie of the land is. How the lie of the land is, isn't it? The lay of the land. How the lay of the land is. The lay of the land. So I know, yeah, I've got good insight to future references and all that. So, if you do want to join me on one of these trips, and more for you if you do, because I'm awful to be out with, but if you want to join me on one of these trips and come and see the Diamond Beach, the glaciers, the waterfalls, and all the crazy things, the plane wreck, rainbows. Oh, we've seen so many rainbows, so many rainbows. But yeah, if you want to come over to Iceland in the next year or the year after, for the next couple of years, I'm going to try and, if I can get the people together, I'll make some more trips. So we do need people, we do need names. So drop us a name in the comment, let me know your interest, or go onto the website, send me a message on there, and I'll get back to you and give you details. It's basically coming away with me for a week with your camera and just getting shouted at every day, basically, and getting told off for not being ready and getting up and getting out and moving. Not eating all day, you know what I mean? Good girl. I'm sorry, I've been a good girl. You've been a good girl? Yes. Yeah, she's done really well. Do you know what? This is Martha's first adventure with photographers, and we've been up for sunrise every morning. She's done very, very well. But yeah, if you're coming out on one of these, I can't get my lips to work. My lips have gone numb now. Be prepared. Right, I'm going. I've got to stop talking. We are retreating. Retreat, retreat, retreat. We are bailing out. The mountains have vanished. They're now gone. You can't see anything there. It might make a bit of a moody shot, something minimal. We did come across looks like a dead tree, a bit of white bark laying on the beach. In fact, there's another one over there as well. But yeah, there's nothing that went with it. So we're making a retreat. We're going to go back to the calf. I don't know what the time is, but if we've got the right amount of time, we might actually get back to the hotel that we just checked out and get a breakfast. But we're heading to somewhere super, super amazing this afternoon. I mean, super amazing. So amazing that this is one of the only places in the world you can actually go. So I'm going to end the video now on this beach because it's been an experience. I know now it's nothing like what you see in the photographs. It's very, very different than what you imagine it to be, because I think all the shots are taken on a wide angle lens, so you expect to walk miles, and it's literally 5 foot from the bleeding road. It's just really weird. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, any links or anything I can put up, I will, and if I do grab any photographs from anybody else, they'll be on the end. Ciao for now, see you soon. Don't forget to thumbs up. I'm off. Ta-da.